What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of my NHL 24 Salt Lake City Dragons expansion team series. I had a poll on YouTube asking you guys which team should be next, and after 9,000 votes, you can see there more than half you wanted the expansion team. I also held a poll on Twitter asking you guys which city I should go to, and the majority of you wanted me to go to Salt Lake City because there's been a lot of rumors about them potentially getting a team, maybe even Arizona moving there. Also, to Minnesota Wild fans, I do want to say I will definitely be doing a Minnesota Wild franchise as my next one. I've had them in the poll for so long. They're always, getting second and stuff, so I'll make sure to do that. Moving on here, guys, I will show you the team. So, in terms of Salt Lake City Dragons, honestly, I wasn't sure to make the team name, and I always thought the Dragon logo was cool. I think Dragons are just cool in general, so decided to go with them. If you look at the logo here, our main colors there are navy blue, light blue, and purple. I actually went for like the Utah Jazz color scheme that they used from 2004 to 2010. I think it's a really cool color scheme, and no other NHL team has it, so kind of fit perfectly. If you guys want to make it for yourself, you guys can see right there the exact colors I used. No alternate logo just because really didn't need any. In terms of the details, nothing crazy. Salt Lake City Dragons, SLC is the abbreviation. We're playing at the Delta Center, which of course is where the Utah Jazz play. All that stuff that you guys can see really quick. And now next I'll show you guys the three jerseys. So right here's actually the home jersey. Went with the navy blue base color. You guys can see you got some purple, some light blue. I feel like that turned out pretty well. In terms of the away, it's actually the same jersey you see in the thumbnail. This one's I got a bit more purple and light blue than the others, but again, I think it looks pretty sharp. And then finally, the alternate, that's actually the one you guys saw earlier. Purple's the main color. We've also got the metallic purple helmet and gloves. I figured for the alternate, why not get a little bit crazy? Also, too, guys, of course, for the mascot, there actually is a dragon available, so had to use him. I feel like we got probably one of the coolest mascots. And you can see here again the name Nessie as that's the name of the Loch Ness Monster. Number 22 as August 22nd was the first time Nessie was ever spotted. In terms of the arena too, I'll show you guys. I did my best to try and make it look like the Delta Center. In terms of center ice, so I'd actually switch it up and actually go with a double logo. Usually I go with a single. Also too, I feel like the center ice line kind of looks like Dragon Skills. You guys can let me know. Apart from that, nothing too crazy. Power play celebration, you could say maybe is like a dragon mouth. And for the on-ice prediction here, guys, decided to go with Firestorm. Obviously, we're a dragon. Intro, you can see we got all the flames there. Again, we got the dragons. I feel like that just makes sense. Hat-trick goal, decided to go with fish. Maybe if we have like, a water dragon, he'd be eating a ton of fish. I figured might as well switch it up from your standard hats. Again, more fires there. So I think, the arena is going to have, pretty cool atmosphere. And so right here, you guys can see I'm now selecting the team. Salt Lake City Dragons, Arena Delta Center, as I mentioned. No players yet. We got to draft them all. Burnaby Aces is the current AHL team, but actually I'm going to customize a team. Probably not going to put too much work in the AHL team, but I'll be back once I think of something. Creating the AHL team, as you can see, we're going with the Oregon Eagles. Nothing too crazy, keeping it simple, but I like the concept overall. Right there, you guys can see the home jersey, the away, as well as the alternate. Check out the matching socks on the alternate jersey as well. I think actually that one's kind of cool. Obviously going for kind of like the Oregon Duck colors, and then calling them the Eagles because that relates to the Portland Winterhawks. In regards to the arena there, I really like the peaked roof with the wood support beams. I think it's like one of the semi-pro arenas. And in regards to our division, it's pretty obvious if you look at a map. We're right between Colorado and Arizona, so we got to go in the Central. Salt Lake's also pretty close to Vegas, but honestly, Vegas could almost be a Central team. So we'll go in the Central division there, which probably should help us out too. One of the weaker divisions, at least right now. In regards to the settings here, guys, owner mode will be turned off. I always add a contract here, otherwise it messes everything up. Sire cap, of course, is on. And I think the only other thing I'm keeping on is computer trade, as well as expansion draft exemption for Seattle. And as always, guys, injuries are going to be turned off. They're just way too annoying to deal with. Draft pick ownership authentic, sire cap on, trade difficulty there set to hard, just to make it a bit more challenging for us. And in regards to advanced settings, I'm going to keep it at scoring, medium, shot frequency high. I feel like that's the most realistic results. Draft class quality and prospect quality are set to low for the first 4 years. Then I'll bump both up to medium. And lastly here, guys, as always, make sure to set attribute effects to 9 out of 10 just to get the most realistic sim possible. And so there you have our new franchises. We got the Salt Lake City Dragons in the NHL and the Oregon Eagles in the AHL. Hopefully we can build not only a Stanley Cup Champion, but also a Calder Cup Champion too. And now the draft results are in, guys, for the extra draft. As you can see, Philly there jumps from 8 to 1. We fall from 3 to 4. Should still get a medium elite player. Unfortunately, not going to get the best player in the class. Could trade up as we have the entry draft after the expansion draft, and we should have, a bunch of extra assets to work with. And speaking of the expansion draft, guys, we're now going to enter it. Obviously, this is where we're building the team. Hopefully, can make a future contender here. And real quick here, guys, before we get started with the draft, if you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up on this video, it really helps me out. So I'm just going to try and go through alphabetically. I did do a test draft. You guys want to watch that video, so I kind of have an idea what to expect. For Anaheim, definitely going Lucas Dostal. I think 2281, low elite. Could be the goalie of the future for us. Definitely we have options there. Sean Dursey, I think, is also a really nice option, only making 1.7 million, 2482 with the Coyotes. Boston Bruins. Now, in my other video I actually did draft Jeremy Swayman, but I feel like in real life, Boston, if they knew an expansion draft was coming, they would trade away one of Swayman or Ullmark because you can only protect one goalie. And I think to make it a bit more challenging, I'm not going to take one of the best goalies in the league out of the expansion draft. I think that's too OP. Now, having said that, Matt Grzelcyk here is a guy I think they actually could potentially end up losing, so I will take him. They can now trade Swayman away in the first or second year, which, like I said, I'm sure they would have done before the draft. On Buffalo, Peyton Krebs is definitely the pick, 22.79. Probably won't make the team the first year, but I feel like could be a part of our core in the future. On the Flames, you got Chris Tanev, but then you also got Dustin Wolf, 22.79 medium elite. Out of the gate, Chris Tanev does have more trade value, but Dustin Wolf could be our future starter, so it's kind of like, what do you value more? Honestly, I feel like Wolf, if he ends up being our future starter, I don't mind getting a little bit less trade value there. Look at the Carolina Hurricanes, though. You got to take Brent Burns. I think if we're not doing well, you just flip him at the deadline. 85 overall, 38 years old. Give him one more chance at a Stanley Cup. He's too good of a player to pass on. I don't understand this one. Chicago Blackhawks do not protect Taylor Hall. He's a guy kind of like Burns, but a bit younger, so could keep him for now, or we can end up trading him. Hall's never won a Stanley Cup, so it would be pretty cool if he could win one with us. Now, on the Colorado Avalanche, I think Sam right here is an easy pick. A very solid offensive defenseman. Next up, guys, we got the Columbus Blue Jackets. Didn't really have a ton of players to pick from. I think Andrew Peake's probably the obvious choice. It's one overall higher than Jake Bean. Is making a bit more money, but he's got that X factor, so will also have a bit more value. Next year, you're looking at the Dallas Stars. I think you got to go Thomas Harley. Hakanpää here, a little bit higher rated. Has some X factor, so a lot more trade value, but Thomas Harley here starts to grow a bit, which in real life he's been playing really well. Will definitely be a better player for us in the future. Look at the Red Wings next. You could take Perron. You could also take Gostisbehere. I feel like we probably don't need Gostisbehere with all the good offensive events we're going to have between Girard, most likely Tyson Barrie. So maybe go David Perron here, put him in the top 6, and hopefully flip him for more at the deadline. Next, you're looking at the Edmonton Oilers. I think I took him before. You probably still take Corey Perry. I mean, maybe Connor Brown. Honestly, though, no. I think hopefully play 4th line, or we can just get at least a 7th round pick back for him. For the Panthers here, this one is easy. I think we have to take Spencer Knight, 2280 low elite. Just add him to the group of young goalies we already have in Dostal, in Dustin Wolf. I think as long as one of those guys ends up being a high 80, we're happy. Victor Arvidsson here, 84 overall on that contract. Hard to say no to him. Next year, guys, you got the Minnesota Wild. Looking at this, could go Foligno. Oh my goodness, I just checked goalies and they protected Fleury over Gustafsson. Oh man, we didn't take Swayman. Minnesota probably just leaves Fleury unprotected and protects Gustafsson. I think this is another one. It seems like too good to take him. And like with the goalies, we're already getting enough. I'll just pretend they traded Fleury, protected him, just because that seems crazy. So here, we probably go Foligno. And like I said, make sure to trade him before that extension kicks in. Next, you're looking at Montreal. I really don't want David Savard's big contract. Josh Anderson as well, making way too much money. I think Harvey Pinard, 24.79, maybe eventually makes this team. Nashville, easy pick. I already mentioned him. I think Tyson Barrie, you put him on the top power play, could really grow in rating. We then to flip him for more. McDonough is a safer choice. He comes out of the gate, higher rated with an X factor, but Barrie has more potential to be traded for a lot more. I was wondering if Askarov was available, but I think he does not meet the criteria. So yeah, we'll take Tyson Barrie there. Now on the Devils here, guys, I think we have to take Eric Haula. He gets kind of a big contract, $3 million for the next 4 years, but I feel like if he's playing 3C, potentially even in our top 6, he could produce and actually be able to trade him. Now on the Islanders, you could go for Semyon Varlamov, but I feel like we already got enough good goaltenders. Might as well take a guy like, say, Alexander Romanov, 23.82, making $2.5 million for 3 years. He's young enough, he could be a part of this future. Now, look at the Rangers. This is always where tough decision. You got Condrey Miller. I mean, very solid young defenseman. You also got Alexis Lafreniere. If Lafreniere can pop off, I feel like he has the highest ceiling. Capo Caco there even, medium top 6. I mean, Miller is very solid, but, oh man, this is so tough. I feel like I just like the fact Laf, former 1st overall pick. I know Miller definitely has the higher trade value. I could cheese it and just like trade him back to the Rangers for Laf plus extras. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's against the expansion draft rules. I'm not sure if they have it, coded into the game, but in real life, you can't do that. So I feel like even though Miller does have more value, we're going to go Lafreniere here just because, again, we're going to get a bunch of good defensemen anyways. Next here, we got the Ottawa Senators. Not a ton to pick from. I mean, Eric Brandstrom, maybe. Honestly, Jacob Bernard-Docker playing the AHL, 22.78. He might be a bust. Or you know what? Ridley Gregg. How can I not take him after a couple nights ago? That clapper. What's his slap shot power? 85. I got to bump that up to 99. Ridley Gregg, easy pick. Philadelphia Flyers, Travis Sanheim there. A lot of money, but 85 overall. easily tradable. I don't think it's too bad of a contract. We'll take him. Could be, you know, part of our team. He's only like, what, 29. Pittsburgh here, a lot of kind of big contracts. You got Raquel, you got Smith. I mean, Peterson we could take. I feel like, again, we got a lot of defensemen. Maybe it makes more sense to take a guy like Raquel, add a forward to this group. We definitely need centers, but maybe just have some wingers playing center at this point. Looking at the Sharks here, I took Sturm last time. It wasn't really worth the $2 million. Could take a chance on Zadina. Maybe turns it around, put him in the AHL, 23.79. Honestly, I'd rather just do that, have the lower cap hit. St. Louis Blues up next here. I like Sunkfist making league min as a fourth liner. I think no one else here, like Veranda there, a little bit too expensive. Unless Joel Hofer's available. Binnington is. They protected Hofer and they exposed Binnington. That makes sense. I'm not going to take on the $6 million. They made the right move. I was thinking too, guys, I'm pretty sure Minnesota had to protect Fleury because he has an NMC. But again, you know, in real life, there wouldn't be a 33rd expansion team drafting this summer. Tampa Bay here, Janot is not worth the 2.6. Honestly, Tampa Bay has, like, nothing for us, which honestly makes sense. Like, their team has no more depth. Although this guy here, Jack Thompson, 21.74, high top 6 potential, not too terrible. I'm going to take him. Hopefully, turns into a player for us. On the Leafs here, I think Brody we got to go with, $5 million, but again, could flip him. Has a lot more value than Yarncroc, Giordano, only 81. So, yeah, we'll take Brody there from the Leafs. Canucks are up next here. We only have actually 11.5 million in cap space. I guess we'll take Sam Lafferty. Maybe could end up trading him for something. Now, Vegas Golden Knights here, guys. I don't understand not protecting Marchessault. Again, not very many high-end forwards available to us. We got to take him. $7 million left, only 2 teams. We should be able to fit everybody in here. Edmondson, TVR. I don't want any of those big contracts. Even Protis here, 81. He's extended at 3.3 for 5 years. If he kind of, you know, stalls out in 82, that's a lot of money. Nick Dowd, Ob Cabell, Matthew Phillips honestly might be the pick just because he is so cheap. And yeah, I think I'd rather just save some cap space here. We'll take Matthew Phillips, hopefully just be like an AHL All-Star for us. And finally here, guys, Winnipeg Jets. I have fellow solid defensively, but at $4 million, a bit rich for my blood. Sandberg has some potential, same with Barron. Chisholm there, only 23. Razor Kapari here, also 23, 1 overall lower. Medium top 9, medium top 6, that's about the same. I mean, we are in a big need of centers, so Kupari, although he probably will never turn into an NHL player for us, I guess it's worth the risk. Maybe he will. So right there, you guys can see all of our picks. We still have 7.2 million in cap space, which is nice. A little bit of wiggle room. Again, we're definitely, you know, stacked at defense compared to every other position. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with this team. Not really trying to compete right away. If it somehow happens, then fair enough. But more so trying to build a team that'll be very good at down the line. Again, quick recap there of all of our picks, all the names. I think, like I said, this is a solid squad. We can flip some dudes and really build towards a future where we're consistently competing for Stanley Cups. And so we're at the draft now, guys, picking 4th overall. You can see the Flyers there, the 1st overall pick. Is a franchise guy available? No, okay. Just a standard medium elite, Isaiah Byers. So the actually top 5 are all medium elites. Unless some of these guys aren't HLTA, which it looks like they all are. Yeah, I might as well just hold on to our pick rather than giving up assets to trade up. And so just into our pick here, guys. Wow, the Ducks just got an 81 overall medium elite at number 3. CBJ there got a 79 medium elite. The Flyers got an 80 overall medium elite defenseman, number 1. Hopefully our guy is just as good as that, because that'd be pretty awesome. I was actually eyeing the guy that's supposed to go 4, because similar style to Teemu Solani. Usually the snipers just kind of sim better. And 78 overall medium elite, so a little bit lower rated, but he's got to make it snappy. X Factor, his shot there is already an NHL shot, all 89s. You guys are curious about the rest of these created guys. A 2-way forward there. You can see his stats. All alone X Factor. The playmaker there. Shockanah, big tipper. And then finally, defensive defenseman, stick him up. And the Blackhawks just blundered so hard. They took a medium top 6 grinder at pick 5 when a medium elite was still available. And wait, the Sharks? I think we have to trade back to this draft. What the heck? Alright, guys, so I tried trading Travis Sanheim in a bunch of picks. Montreal said no. I could give up Marchessault, send him home to Montreal. Again, if we are trying to build for the future, it doesn't really make a ton of sense to compete this year. If you guys watch my other video, it is possible, but you are mortgaging your future a little bit. So, Marchessault and Sanheim, the value is so far on our side. Could even take a player back. I really don't want to take back Gallagher or Anderson. Those cap hits are just way too crazy. Novak, 1 year left. We could do him. I mean, Sanheim, Marchessault, Montreal immediately gets a lot better, but they are a seller. They probably want to keep the 7th. We'll try it. Trades rejected. We do have all those picks still, and obviously it don't really matter. in this year's draft, just an extra draft. I'll add all of them on, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Probably not going to get anybody with them anyways. Wow, Montreal still says no. You know what, fair enough. I don't think you're going to be able to make a trade happen. Wow, and Montreal took the medium top 6. This guy is falling. Let's see if maybe we can make a trade happen with the Coyotes. Now, they're interested in Sanheim, where Montreal was not. Okay, let's try Sanheim, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The Coyotes, 8th overall. They say yes. We had to give up so much less than the Montreal pick. That is crazy. So this dude, I don't know why. Guaranteed medium elite according to our scouts. NHL ready as well. Edward Vlasic, similar style. 80 medium elite Culp. We just got 2 cornerstone players in this draft. I mean, yeah, what are these 3 teams thinking? And so just in our next pick here, guys, in the 5th round, I could, like, flip all these picks for futures, but I feel like this wouldn't be fair at all. So we'll try to take some chances. Spruev here, medium fringe starter. I mean, in the 5th round, not terrible. Next year, we'll try taking this Chubarov goalie. Supposed to have a chance of being medium elite. He's also medium fringe. And then finally here, guys, in the 7th round, I'm going to take my guy, Jacob Millette, fan of the channel. Unfortunately, he was traded away from the Spitfires, but we'll take him there with the 7th round pick. And so after the draft, guys, you can see we have $13.5 million in cap space now. You can see all of the top players there. Obviously, the 2 players we drafted could make the NHL the first year. We could let them, you know, just kind of simmer in the AHL. Obviously, have a lot of trades to do this summer. Have too many players with the NHL right now. We'll have to decide who we're going to keep, who we're going to let go of, what kind of assets we can get back. But that is all going to happen in the Season 1 video. That is going to do it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.